Good morning, everybody out there in Mathland. Today we are doing our second lesson in the third grade chapter for information and data. Today we are making picture graphs. Yesterday we were talking about how to actually count them and answer questions with them. Today we're actually building them ourselves, which is pretty fun. It's a pretty fun lesson. I'm actually going to start on the second page, which is page 638. Hope you can find that. We're going to talk about a frequency table because you need a frequency table in order to make a pictograph or a picture graph. A frequency table is a table that gives the number of times something occurs. So instead of using pictures or using a line, they give you the number straight away. So for example, you survey, remember, ask people questions. You survey students about their favorite planet. The frequency table shows the results. Use the table to complete the picture graph. So they're going to give you a frequency table, which is what this is. This is a frequency table. And it's going to have the information you're going to need in order to build your picture graph, okay? So 25 people said Earth was their favorite planet, 15 said Mars, 30 said Saturn, 20 said Jupiter. So now, this is what you have to do. Step 1, write the title at the top of the picture graph. Label a row for each category. So, you see that title? That's the same one you're going to put up here. So, favorite planet. There we go. Then label a row for each category. They already wrote the labels down, but sometimes those are going to be blank and you're going to have to write them down. But all it is writing the same ones here on here. Look at the numbers in the table and choose a value for the key. So that means it's going to be a happy face representing, but let's not use that a happy face equals 1 student because you're going to have to write 25 happy faces in here. There's not enough room, so you got to be smart about what number you choose. I can see that a lot of these, like these go up by 10, this go up by 10, and these have 10 but also 5s. So what we should do is we should go for the fact that every little happy face counts for 10, and whenever you have a 5, just draw half of that happy face. Here's how you do it. So now use the key to decide how many symbols you need for each planet, then draw the symbols. So 25 for Earth. That means I need 10, 20, and 25. Here's half of the happy face. Okay? Because that would be 10, 20, 25 to match that. Now I need 15. That is 10, and 15 is half of that face. Saturn has 30. That's 10, 20, 30. And Jupiter has 20. 10, 20. So I built the picture graph according to the information here. All I did is match it up to pictures. So let's do it over here. It says, use the frequency table to complete the picture graph. Books you read. So the title goes first. So books you read. There we go. Over here, it looks like we have to use a circle for the number of books. I would say because of this, I don't want to draw 9 faces. So let's do it that the key is by 2. So each circle will stand for 2. So if you have 6 for June, that will be 2, 4, 6. For July, there's 3, so that's 2, and then just half of 1. And then for August is a 9, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and then half of it. Whoops, sorry, my pencil broke. That's 9. There we go. That is how you build that graph. Okay. Let's go to our next page. Page 639. Use the frequency table to complete the picture graph. So, title first, inches of snowfall. So, inches of snowfall. Here, there's a label missing, so we have to fill it out. January, January. February, February. That means that this is March. When the numbers are big like this, the smartest thing is for each circle to represent 10 inches. That's the easiest way to do it. Give me 1 second. 10 inches, so January has 30, so that's 10, 20, 30. February has 25, so that's 10, 20, and then the 5 is the half. And then March is 10. 10, only one. Then it says, how many symbols did you draw to represent 10 inches of snowfall in March? You only drew one symbol because it stood for 10. How many inches do you think April would receive? So it looks like they're getting smaller every time. Do you see that? It went up 20, then 25, and then 10. It's almost like going down every time. So this is kind of an example answer, but it needs to be less than 10. So maybe we say 5 inches. So it would only be like half a circle. Okay, cool. Next one. Use the frequency table to complete the picture graph. Favorite superpower, that goes here. I love this question. Favorite superpower. Flying. Time travel. Super strength is already there. Invisibility is already there. Super speed. I would probably do flying for sure. Telekinesis is a pretty cool one. That's the one where you move things with your mind. That would be probably my favorite because then you could make yourself fly. Think about that. Okay, so what should we make the key? All of these look like they're divisible by 4. So I'm actually going to make the key 4. Okay? So each one of the little happy faces is going to stand for 4. So for flying, I have 32. So let's count by 4 so we can do enough for it. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 faces to equal 32. Then it's time travel. So if it's by 4, I'm going to need 10 faces. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 happy faces. It's a lot of eyes and smiles. Some look so weird. Okay, next one is 12. So that'll be only 3 because 4, 8, 12. 24. So what times 4 equals 24? That's 6. Because 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And then super speed is 28. What times 4 is 28? That's 7. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. There we go. Then over here, we're just going to talk about this one. We're not going to write anything down, but it says choose a different value for the key. How would the picture graph change? So let's say that I did the key would be 8. That means that there would be less happy faces in each one. The value wouldn't go down, but the number of happy faces would be less because I would need less happy faces to represent the number. For example, if I made the key 8 and this was 32, then I would have just had 4 faces because I would have done 8, 16, 24, 32. But the value would have been the same. It's just that the key would have been different. Okay, last page. We have 2 problems here. You survey 90 students about their favorite type of field trip. 35 students chose the Science Center, 10 chose the theater, and 20 chose the zoo. The rest of the students chose museum. Complete the picture graph. So it says here, 90 students' favorite type of field trip. So the title is favorite type of field trip. It looks like they chose the Science Center, the theater, the zoo, and then the rest chose the museum. There's 90 votes. So it says first that they did 35 students chose the Science Center, so 35. 10 chose the theater, 20 chose the zoo, and the rest chose the museum. How do we find out the rest? Well, we know that the total was 90, right? So we have to add all of these and subtract them from 90 to get that total. So 35 plus 10, that's 45. 45 and 20, that's 65. So 90 minus 65, that's 25. So 25 people chose the museum. So now we got to choose a key that is going to help us figure this out. Okay? You can choose whatever key you want. I am going to choose 5. Because all those look divisible by 5. You could have used 10. That's totally fine as well. But I'm going to use 5. So 35. What times 5 equals 35? That would be 7 circles, right? Because you would go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. If you're going by 5, you go 5, 10. 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There you go. You could have also done it by 10. This is a very cool thing. I made a frequency table for myself right here so that I knew what to draw instead of having to go back to the problem every time. Last question. You survey 48 students about their favorite type of movie. 8 students chose cartoon, 12 chose action, and 24 choose comedy. The rest of the students chose musical. Complete the pictograph. So, favorite type of movie. Favorite type of movie. It looks like cartoon is a category, action is a category, comedy, and musical. So cartoon, action, comedy, and musical. 8 for cartoon, 12 for action, 24 for comedy, and the rest were musical. Total was 48, so I need to add all these together in order to come up with it. 8 and 12 make 20, 20 and 24 make 44, so 48 minus 44, that would be 4, chose musical. There we go. All of these look like they could be divisible by 4, so I am going to use the key of 4. You could have used it differently, but that's what I'm going to use. 4, so for cartoon, 4, 8. For action, 4, 8, 12. For comedy, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And then 4 for musical. That's just one face. Okay, cool. Then it says, all of the students who chose musical go to see a movie. So 4 students. Each ticket costs $9. The students used 2 $20 bills to pay for all the tickets. What is the change? So that's 4 students because they went to show musical. So 4 students. Each ticket costs $9. So that's $36 for tickets. Then it says that the students used 2 $20 bills. So 20 plus 20, that's 40. What is their change? So 40 minus 36. Their change is $4. Okie dokie. So the homework for this will be posted online. Please take your time doing it. Watch the video first. Have an adult check your answers. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.